Hello all of you. I just wanted to come back and do a video for the full moon in Sagittarius, which happens tonight around 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Even though I'm Eastern, I still wanted to come on and just do a video for each of the signs. For each of the rising signs, this reading is going to go by your rising sign, of course. You can apply it to your sun or moon if it resonates with you. Of course, take with you what does stick out or fit for you and leave the rest. This reading will be for everyone. Sorry, I have some serious ads going on. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I already pulled my astrology cards, and they're just gonna do like the first, second, third, fourth house for you guys. And of course, we're gonna start with Sagittarius because the full moon is happening in Sagittarius, so that would only make sense. I don't know why my camera is having such a hard time focusing right now. My closet's open too. 1 second. Okay, don't mind that I have on pajamas. It is late, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, people don't really care about that, but something in me was just telling me to go ahead and do just short readings for each of the 12 zodiac signs. So we can go ahead and get started. Of course, like I said, we're going to start with Sagittarius, which is the full moon would be happening in your first house, which is your appearance, how you come off to other people, the mask we wear on a day-to-day basis. Of course, the physical body as well does play a role in this. With it being a full moon, it's almost as if what are the seeds that are being sown at this time? What energy have we already put into this full strawberry moon since the new moon that took place? Hopefully good things do come forward, but of course I'm going to keep it real with you guys and tell you what it really is. Okay, so I will just start with my usual Rider-Waite deck. My usual Rider-Waite deck, just to give it a general energy, and then I'll pull another card from the astrology deck here. I'm just gonna let's start with two cards, and then we'll just kind of go from there. In regards to my Sagittarius, how is this full moon affecting them, resonating in the first house? So of course for you guys, it would be almost instant what you manifest at this time. It's almost as if people will be able to see it immediately, possibly even before you see it for yourself. So that's something to keep in mind too. I don't know, I'm getting all these different energies from decks, but I am going to go ahead and start off with Rider-Waite for you guys. Okay, what is Sagittarius manifesting at this time? What is the energy that they have put into this full moon, this full strawberry moon? Again, this is concerning your first house. Not being able to make a decision, not being able to come together on something. Instantly, I'm, okay, like, oop, oop, oop. A lot of fire energy, which is good to see. I mean, you guys are fire signs. Then we have Judgment here. So you guys are being called, and just keep in mind this energy is just a culmination of things that have, when was the last full moon in Sagittarius? A culmination of things that have been building up over these past few months. Things that you've been able to see, but you haven't necessarily made a decision on it. I don't know. It's like you already have truth. You know in your heart what is the correct decision, but it's still you're waiting for something. Just right off bat, I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune here, so things are trying to end, to come to a completion. But something in you is just wanting to keep looking back on things that have already occurred, maybe someone particular in the past that you can't seem to get your mind off of, but you're wanting to almost go backwards for some type of new beginning. Words that were never said. You know, it could be apologies, it could just be telling the truth or getting closure before closing out this situation. But it's something you hold passion for that you feel like you've left in the past. So if you are dealing with someone at this present time, with this being in your first house, it's definitely something that other people are able to see, regardless of if you feel like you're hiding it or not. It's like I'm here with you. I'm in my present situation. I'm at my new job. I'm at this new establishment, but I'd rather be somewhere else, or something has been, left behind. And I know with Sagittarius, they'll do that. If there's decisions that need to be made, sometimes instead of making a decision, they'll just kind of push it all to the side, and it's like I'll come back to that later when I'm ready to deal with it. And sometimes that can be good, but other times it's like people aren't going to let you just pick back up where you left off. We have solar eclipse revolution. This is something that the universe is working towards on just closing out for you. You may be waiting, but the universe has already stepped in, and they're saying that it's time. This cycle, sorry you guys, is ending. It's coming to an end. Could be possibly with a Pisces person, or a situation where you have strong beliefs in. And then even though you feel like you may be losing something, you will appreciate the things that have ended. You will find blessings from the sacrifices that you've had to make, or the things that you've had to give up. You may not see it now, but other people see it. I don't know, you're getting ready to go through a major cycle. If there's things that you're wanting to do, if there's places you've been wanting to go, people you've been wanting to see, even if it's just, that final communication, I'm going to go ahead and encourage you guys to do so at this time, okay? Change is coming. I don't know if you guys can see that. The glare, number 43. Just a 7. It's divine. It's nothing you can really do to change it. So it's like if you feel a strong need to tie up loose ends, to say those final words, it's like, hey, I have a plan. I'm going somewhere, and I just wanted to let you know. But it's not really going to be something that you can easily just go back to later. So if you plan on doing something, do it with no regrets. Okay? So yes, now I am going to move on to Capricorn, which would be, oh goodness. Maybe we should move backwards. Yeah, no, we'll move forward. Okay. I'm just gonna shuffle really quick and get some cards. For you guys. Sorry. Some people like the shuffling, some people don't. Okay, we're good. That one. Okay. So yes, when I was shuffling, it was like, just go backwards. So we're gonna go to Scorpio, which would be your second house. Currency, owning, the things that we consume, the things we hold value to the things that we feel are valuable to us. So I am excited to see what I'm going to see for Scorpio concerning your second house. Full moon in Scorpio. Oh gosh, full moon in Sagittarius. How is this affecting Scorpio and their second house? What is being affected in Scorpio's second house at this time concerning the full moon in Sagittarius? I know I just cut the deck, but something told me to shuffle again, so I think I'm strange. All right. Clear the energy on that, Scorpio. Nice. Okay. I'm just getting interesting. 8 of Wands at the bottom. So Scorpio, for you guys, just let me take a look for a second. So for you guys, I mean, we have the Devil here. Let me just pull it down for you guys, so you guys can see that card. That's better, so you can just see what's going on instead of the bottom of my face. Okay. So for Scorpio concerning your second house, I'm automatically off the bat just getting like a turnaround in the way that we are always used to doing things. Right now we have the Devil energy, but it is in reverse, also with an inner struggle, battle, could be physical, but finding the strength to pull yourself out of old habits. And I mean, with the Seven of Swords, you almost get like a underhanded vibe to how you're going about doing these things. This could be concerning another person possibly, but again, I'm just picking up like old cycles, old ways of either making money, spending money, giving money to others, always giving to others to where you have nothing in return. And then you get this aggressive swords energy. So even though you're rejecting an old way, an old pattern of doing things, I feel like it may come up just in regards to how the energy you put in from the last new moon. Okay, that's very important. So it's almost like if you've been giving, then of course something would be returned to you. But then I get like this air of, I don't have it. Or you're asking others for things, even though you do have it. People may be asking you for things, and you say you just don't have it. Of course, there's nothing wrong with just speaking up and saying, I don't want to give it to you. That works too. But it's like almost finding the strength to hold on to what you've made, hold on to the things that you've created. I'm feeling like almost like there was like a toxic tie, almost like, okay, if I continue giving, it's my cat, if I continue giving, maybe I'll get this in return, you know, and then you just stop and you realize you never did get any of those things in return. So it's like you're defending what you have, but make sure that you're not holding on so tightly that you don't leave room for new things to come in. If you are working on a new business venture, a new idea, make sure you're doing it from a place of integrity, because right now it's just an energy of getting back what you've already put out. And you always want to make sure that's from a good standpoint, because you know, it's like, okay, I did this for the extra money, but what are you really losing at the end of the day? And I already know Scorpio all over my chart. I have to constantly remind myself that if it's not from like a place of integrity, then you don't really reap the reward of what you were trying to do in the first place. I know that's sometimes hard for Scorpio, just depending on the stakes that, you know, if they're high, then Scorpio will go high. But it's not a lot of cards. Let's get this one. So, goodness gracious. Aries at the bottom, but I'm not going to really count that card. But I did get the Genius card. So I'm just thinking about Uranus right now and how it's opposing Scorpio and Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's opposing Scorpio. Right now there's so much change and innovations and different ways of doing things. It's almost like it goes back to what I said in the beginning. If Uranus represents change, unexpected benefits and wealth from just taking those chances, of course you're having that inner struggle with, this is what I've been used to doing, and now I'm being forced to do things a different way in order to have the outcomes that I want. Jupiter will definitely, especially with it coming up with the second house and you getting Jupiter for benefits, there will be money coming into you. I'm getting almost unexpected money you've been too afraid to ask for back. You know, the sacrifices that you've made with no return. Some of these things will be coming back to you in a very positive way, and it's almost going to shock you. I know the solar eclipse is coming up. I believe it's in July. It's going to be another solar eclipse in Leo. So you just keep an eye out for the abundance coming towards you. But just remember to do things from a place of integrity at this time. That's very important for you guys. It just keeps ringing in my mind, okay? And this is coming up as a warning, where it's like these things are crossing your mind. But what are you going to do with it? What are the actions behind it? The only action cards I have here, because really it's just thoughts. Strength is in reverse. So you're being asked to break from those things. But what are you going to do with the knowledge that's coming to you in regards to, if you want more, you have to make room for more. You have to clear out your womb, not literally, in order to make space for the baby. Just think of the Empress card. You're being asked to make these decisions quickly. You're not going to have much time to just kind of sit around deciding how you want to handle a specific situation. You've been quiet and docile in the past, and I'm getting now you just kind of want to take a more aggressive approach. But the things that you've sacrificed, just know that there will be payoff. Sometimes it's not always in the way that we expected, but it comes to us anyways. Okay, Scorpio, I'm done with your second house reading. Hopefully some of those things resonated with you. So let's just go ahead and move on to Libra, which is this will be affecting your third house for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, mostly Rising. But if it resonates with you and any of your other placements, it'd be great. Just let me know. And they're super ashy. Third house, of course, deals with communications, messaging. I also want to say, like, to a lesser degree, like text messaging, phone calls, information coming to you through like I don't know, it's not really internet, it's more like he say, she say, or like secrets, hush hush things that we hold in. With Libra being an air sign, I do want to get more information on that. Because you do rule communications. So how will Sagittarius full moon be affecting Libra in their third house? How will the full moon in Sagittarius be affecting Libra in their third house? Could be getting jammed up. Just be mindful to keep things short and sweet. If you do want to be honest about a situation, just make a mental note that everything doesn't always need to be said. automatically I'm getting the High Priestess, which are secrets about longing for something that has not manifested. So let's see. It doesn't want me to shuffle anymore. Okay, let's pull this one. Again, the Secrets card, High Priestess card. We have the Magician on the bottom. Let's get some additional information for how the energies will play out for Libra in their third house. Moon in Sagittarius. Okay. King of Pentacles did pop out. Page of Cups. And the Six of Cups in reverse. Ooh. So this may be regarding a King of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And a missed opportunity, missed victory. Someone has chosen someone else. And the King of Cups pops out with the Ten of Pentacles. So definitely, oh gosh. Okay. I see a lot of pentacles coming up regarding this relationship, possibly with a water sign or earth sign. It could be two different people. Goodness gracious. Okay. Libra, you've obviously been holding something in, hiding something behind this curtain of yours, putting on a brave face, but really having a lot of things being held deep within that you just don't want people to know right now. So in regards to the third house of messages and just how it's culminated over the past 6 months, you've been holding on to a relationship from the past. With it being in reverse, I'm going to say things didn't end well, or, you know, things have been left unsaid, where people just kind of came up with their own assumptions. You could also have a child with this person, but there are deep emotions held between the two of you, but no one is really exploring those emotions right now. It's like you're above your emotions, keeping that brave face, going about your days, but really at the end of the day, you take off your shoes and then you really think about this person. What could have been different? What was the opportunities that were missed? This is Six of Wands in reverse. I mean, so there were expectations and hopes there for actions that never took place. There was no victory. It almost seems as if this person has moved on to someone else or to a few other people. And just, I'm getting like money. It's definitely involving money, but almost like the money that is meant to be shared between the two of you. You're having an issue with this, almost like your third house is being blocked at this time because you see them acting as a single person. They're spending these finances on someone else. It's causing inner conflict because you're wanting this person to do these things for you. It could be between the both of you, but with us doing Libra, I'm going to say hidden emotions. Hidden emotions in regards to actions that were never taken. And yes, we have double confirmation that we could be dealing with a Cancer most definitely right now in this situation. Deep feelings, deep emotions that you aren't able to communicate at this time. You've been holding it in. I'm feeling longer than 6 months, but I'm also getting in Cancer the North Node is in Cancer right now. So it's like the way things are moving is how they're going to move. And if there's no communication being had with this person, it's like they're just going to keep moving forward. I don't know, it just got really sad. It's like between the two of you, you guys know that there is a connection here, but there's no action being taken around it, just conflict. And someone acting as if they don't know who you are, like they have They don't know how you feel. They don't know how you portray them. And I don't really see them caring to ask questions, but there is a deep love here. And I feel like I have to do like an outcome card, because this is like things that aren't being acknowledged, things that aren't being said. So I'm just going to do something. I haven't done for any of the other signs, but I'm a Libra, so just, next steps, advice on what to do with the, all these things that you're keeping pent up. Just gonna shuffle these. Is this really an advice card? I'm going to do a different deck, you guys, for advice. I don't really use this deck too often, but it's really pretty. Advice for Libra and this blocked chakra, throat chakra that we have going on. Hidden messages, hidden desires, secrets. One more. I got the, nope. I did get the timeout card. So you guys not speaking may be meant to be. Someone has options here, and then we got let go on the very bottom here. So it's like, take a time out from the situation and trust that everything that is happening right now is meant to happen. I know we all hate hearing that, but now is the time to celebrate how far you've really come, like the seeds you've planted, and pull yourself out of this sorrow mode. It's almost like you're watching this person be happy. You're watching this other person have options with other people, but it's like, well, where's my success? But you need to let go. I'm getting like envy, but it's like in between envy and regret. Like, did I do everything I was supposed to do? This person's being removed from your life for a reason. And it's so that you can awaken who you are without this person. So you may have things that you want to say, but I can't say that it will go very far at this time. This person is coming off very distracted. I know you may want to communicate. And honestly, I get an energy of them wanting to communicate with you too, but there's the but. But they've built so many distractions around them that they're fine not talking to you at all. Okay. Sorry, Libras. Don't continue to manifest more of this sorrow. That's the word. Don't continue to manifest this sorrow around you. So now is the time to focus on what you're doing, where you're going, what you want, what you don't want. Not even what you don't want, because I feel like that almost creates an illusion of lack too. Just focus on what you do want, where you're going, what you want to see, the people you want around you. And I get an air of honesty and integrity. Again, that may be a huge thing for this full moon in Sagittarius. But we're going to go ahead and move on. That puts us to Virgo. How does this affect your fourth house? Okay, for Virgo, this is root stability. Of course, you have the tree here. I love this card. Of course, it is completions as well. But here we go. Let's go ahead and start with Virgo. With concerning your fourth house, of course, it's like the things, the roots that we plant in order to reflect stability. What is stability to you as an individual, and what is needed around you in order for you to believe that you are stable. So things could be changing, or you could be moving. I am getting a move. I'm getting a moving in with another person. I'm getting just kind of everything that you've known previously. You're rebuilding that, or it's not refocusing that, revitalizing that. Taking out old things to make room for new things. And I definitely see a person in this situation where it's like you guys are building something new together, going from individual to a togetherness, and what stability looks like to the both of you. So I'm definitely seeing home purchases, moving into new apartments, relocating, just packing up all of your stuff, but leaving a lot of stuff behind too. So let's go ahead and take a look for Virgos regarding their fourth house and the roots that they are creating, and how this full moon in Sagittarius will affect Virgo's fourth house, with there being the 8 and the 2 on this card. I am getting endings, endings to a comfortable situation, but is it necessarily stable? Maybe not, if it's being shifted or moved around at this current time. Could possibly be moving over water, moving away from a situation, an emotional situation, something that you have felt grounded in for some time. Let's see. Okay. Moon card, illusions. Concerning a Cancer. I just threw a whole bunch of cards on the ground. Other women. Oh, gosh, hold on a second. Okay. Lots of Swords and Pentacles. Truth coming out about money, new opportunities. Do you feel like someone is selling you a dream at this time? Telling you what you want to hear in order for you to give your money? That is popping into my mind right now. Waiting for a specific outcome that has not taken place yet. 5 of Cups in reverse. Upright, I mean, you're focusing on what has been spilled instead of what you already have behind you. But I don't know, I'm getting like an energy of settling right now. Settling to have a specific outcome, but not realizing what you may be sacrificing in order to have that. I don't know. I did a reading for Virgo. It was for their June monthly, and it was their favorite rose-colored glasses. You guys are still moving with the energy of the rose-colored glasses right now. And okay, who am I to stop you from doing that? But you're avoiding something that obviously is trying to take place here. You have the Tower on the bottom of the deck for Virgo concerning their fourth house, stability, roots. Okay. I'm getting someone is moving away from an emotional situation, ignoring their feelings, ignoring their thoughts. You are a distraction for them, and it could be a positive distraction. I mean, we all need to get our mind away from certain things at some point in time. I'm getting, yes, they move away from a situation. They uproot their life, what they had going on, possibly a family. Maybe the family left them behind, and then they move towards you. They walk away from this emotional situation that they never worked on. And then I'm getting for Virgo, it's like someone that doesn't ask questions, someone that doesn't create conflict. They admire how you were able to ignore their faults, how you were able to turn the other cheek to their wrongdoings, to their illusions. You see them. Virgo sees everything, but you are able to turn a blind eye, and this is something they really admire about you, okay? They want abundance with you. They want to have a child with you. They want to create something with you, because in their eyes, it's you accepting them as they are. But really, Virgo, I'm getting, they're able to provide some type of stability for you. And so it's like, what's the lesser of the evils? If I get what I want at the end of the day, you know, then I can act like, you know, there are other people in the picture. I can, you know, cling to this toxic energy. And Virgo, I just want to say, please be mindful of what you are sacrificing in order to have what you think you want. Okay. Let's pull some energy cards just regarding the fourth house for Virgo in this Sagittarius moon. Again, that message is coming up for Sagittarius, and how sometimes instead of making decisions, they'll just drop everything and jump, knowing damn well there was red flags all over the place, and then they end up regretting decisions later. So you may be losing out or giving up more than you think at right now, okay? Okay, you have quite a few cards. This is definitely concerning illusion and disillusionment, blinded by passions, sex maybe off the chain, a emperor type figure, very forceful, demanding, this is the way that it's going to go. And I'll be honest, a lot of women are attracted to men that just take charge, but you want to make sure it's not the blind leading the blind. You want to make sure that this person's intentions are pure when they decide to lead you somewhere, okay? Because with there being Mars, with there being Mars, I see a lot of, you know, sex, passion being tied to this. And I don't want to say it's all talk, but you need to just open your eyes to what's really taking place. Who are you sowing your roots to? What is the situation that you're tying yourself into? Just because, you know, this person makes me feel good. Because I don't know, I want to say narcissist, but that's like such a typical word these days. But it's just someone that is able to tell you whatever it is you want to hear in order to take away your will to make your own decisions. So when you do go make your own decisions, it's like that Seven of Cups energy comes up with, okay, I don't trust myself because I trust this person and what they know more than my own intuition, more than what I blatantly see. So Virgo, I just want you to be mindful of that. It's almost like I just see you getting on the roller coaster and they tell you to put on your seatbelts, but you didn't even look at the roller coaster before you got in line for it, okay? I know that was a little harsh. The energy is very harsh. I just see you being fucking shocked like 2 years from now. Like, what the hell? You know? So, just be aware. Provoker. I don't know what that means. I'm not trying to provoke you. But it's someone that is taking away your option to choose what's best for you in the end. For yourself. Okay? Like, you know, when you get married and it's like, yeah, let's go file our taxes. And then you realize, oh, this person has all of these debts that they didn't tell me about. I tied my finances to this person. You know, and you just signed up for a whirlwind of bullshit. But all you knew is that this person brought me passion, you know? I'm passionate about being with this person. I want to marry this person. I definitely see marriage coming up. But is it what you really want? Let's do that. It could be a Sagittarius. Okay, let's go on to Leo, which would be your 5th house of creativity. You know, honestly, I think Leo rules the 5th house anyway. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. Do they? They do. Interesting. Okay, so the moon in Sagittarius will be affecting the 5th house for Leo, and your creativity, your projects, new things you want to get off the ground, feeling inspired about, wanting to be seen and noticed. Actually, I think the 5th house is Gemini, but hey. Natural 5th house. So for you guys, this may be just sparking, you know, just new innovative ways to do things that you usually do, or you may be wanting to step out of the box completely on a new venture outside of what everyone knows you for. And with Leo, it's like you guys are noticed anyways. So whatever it is you decide to do, you will get that admiration and notoriety from it. Regardless of if it's positive or negative, that's up to you. It's the energy that you put in from the new moon, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. What is this a creative new venture Leo will be exploring with Sagittarius full moon? What is the energies that Leo has manifested from this Sagittarius new moon? Let's take a look. I mean, you guys are like the lions, the cats of the zodiac, so I don't really see you hesitant on taking risks, but of course with anything there's always a fear of doing things out of the norm, you know. And with you guys being 6 signs, you may have some reservations at first, but you should just trust that you are more than what you give yourself credit for. People see more than what you see. And even though Leos are, you know, they're always getting the attention, do you have the self-esteem to go with it? That is a good question. So Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. How is this affecting your 5th house for the June 17th full moon in Sagittarius? Gosh, a whole bunch of cards. Perfect. You guys have the Magician card. So you have a lot of ideas that you want to begin implementing. I'm getting also tying up loose ends and waiting. Hold on 1 second. It's like you have all these ideas, but you're waiting for that moment. Very calculated. You also have the King of Wands, which is the Leo card. Let's see. You guys have my dream card. This is one of my free cards going on. Ooh, some type of... You guys have the Queen of Swords, so definitely wanting to manifest something with this person. I don't know who she is to you. It could be a business partner. It could be a old romantic partner, especially with Mercury going into retrograde very soon. Empty victories. Let's see. So you are fantasizing about a Queen of Wands, wanting to do something creative with a, Queen of Swords. It's almost like we had plans together. Plans that we haven't completed, things that we didn't get off the ground. And I have this Queen of Cups here, but it's an empty victory. Like once the clouds have cleared, is this really what I want. So for some of you, it may be manifesting a new way of making money, but I'm also coming up with creative ways on how to convince this person to work with you. It could be the Queen of Cups, but I'm getting strongly a Queen of Swords. That's who popped out. You're waiting around for something. So it's like you're wanting to manifest. You have all of this bright yellow, but it's like manifest an old cycle or manifest a new way of doing something where you've already exhausted all of the outcome, exhausted all of your resources, I'm hearing. How do I remanifest from this? When is that time going to come? But this person is just staring at this wheel very patiently, okay? Waiting for some type of fog to clear, waiting for someone not to be angry or upset, but they are looking back on the past and things that have not been manifested. And then you have Three of Cups in reverse. So it's like it calls for a time of celebration, but you don't feel like celebrating. You could have weddings, birthdays. I know Father's Day just passed. All of these exciting things going on around you, but all you can really think about is how something ended, how things were handled, and why it ended, and if the opportunity is there to go back to it. How do I manifest or create this thing, this situation, and what I really want? Somebody may have moved away from you. Something that has definitely ended. I'm going to say that, Leo. All of you may not be speaking with an air sign, but I am getting there's no communication. The cups have been poured out. You have all of these tools and resources, but it's like, I don't know what this person wants. I don't know how to get this person back, or I don't know how to get this person to sign on the dotted line. I don't know how to get this person to invest in me. I am getting that strongly. Just make sure you're using these things for good. Something definitely clicked from the new moon. You're manifesting all of these great things, but there's something in the back of your mind that keeps tapping you on the shoulder. Do you feel like you've left something behind? Let's get some additional clarity for Leo concerning their fifth house of creation, creativity. I'm also getting that this is someone that you have children with, because fifth house is children. Fifth house is new business ventures and ways of doing things, stepping outside of the box. And just keep in mind, we have Gemini. Of course, it's traditionally like the Lover's card, but it's like if I think is in reverse, it's almost like over obsessing over a relationship that you have no power of doing anything about or changing or trying to transform the situation. It's like, no, the ball is not in your court, but you have all this manifesting power and you're just overthinking about something in particular that you just really want. And I'm almost getting like, why do you want it? Is it because you say you conquered it, or let me see. Someone you're in love with. Who else? There was another sign we just did. Something was very similar to that. I'm getting a up, down, in, out, round and round type of vibe. Maybe you've done business with this person in the past, or you guys had a child but there was no relationship. But in the back of your mind, this person they pass through often. It could be just, simple thoughts here and there, but you do think about them often. You love this person. You love how they carry themselves, possibly how they smell, how they're able to create things from no things. It's something you want from this person, something you feel like you need from this person in order to have that ultimate fulfillment. For right now, you're moving from a place of lack. Like there is no hope in the situation. There is no new beginning in this love relationship. You could have Gemini in your chart, but with the Queen of Swords coming up, I'm also getting that this person could be a Gemini. But this is a part of destiny. You're being asked to be patient, but I will pull a card for you too, just in how to proceed and move forward in this situation. Let's do it. Advice for Leo in this situation on creating this new beginning, this new business. Advice moving forward for the Sagittarius moon. It's saying move forward on your sacred journey. It's 5, so it's like almost like a struggle for you, an inner struggle on the internet. It's like if this cycle needs to be completed and you feel it, but you don't know how to. It took a turn, okay? Just surrender and trust the universe. If there's something that you want, simply ask for it. If it's not meant for you to have it right now, then you won't. But make sure you're moving from a genuine place, because even with the Magician, it's like with that you never really know. I'm getting a lot of people around you that want to do business with you, that want to create something new with you, but then I get like an unfulfillment from Leo and wanting to have this one thing. When you have everything, there's this one thing that you want more than anything. Okay, so be careful with that. Yes, okay. So let's move on to Cancer, 6th house of routine. I also want to say that the North Node is in Cancer, which is, you know, it's your first house for Cancer, but it would be just affecting like where the new paths that you have decided to take. Again, I'm getting the integrity thing. Is it from a place of integrity? Are you like breaking hearts, stepping on people's backs to get to where it is you're trying to go? Or are you really making those sacrifices, those changes in order to fit in the things that you most desire? Okay, with routines, the 6th house, of course, that's just everyday life. Working, you know, driving to work, how you brush your teeth before you comb your hair in the morning. It breaks down to like the very simple things, but also like the habitual things that we don't realize that we are doing. They could be self-prohibiting, self-sabotaging. Even if you wake up and do yoga every day, there are certain things where if it is done to an excess, then it's no longer beneficial for you. So, I mean, you're definitely being asked to break things up, change up the routines, how you do things. Most of us are on autopilot right now. So maybe just kind of tapping into your present situation instead of just going. Because once things have passed, there is no way to get that time back. I do want to say that for Cancer. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I don't even know. I was going to go off on a deep tangent. You guys have the Ace of Pentacles. Possibly a new job opportunity. Someone offering something to you. With Cancer, I know they like home, sameness, home-cooked food. This will be regarding your stability, your everyday life. You could be the other part of that, moving in with someone new, creating a new life with someone, buying a new house, finding a new place of residence, even changing like your car, or how you decide to get around. Some people Uber, but now they want a car. You know, ending ending those old cycles of tradition and what family may mean to you. I don't know why I said family, but there's a lot of cycles, burdens, of course, that need to be sacrificed, let go of, in order to have this new beginning that's being offered to you. I'm getting a lot of resistance in that, though, because, of course, Cancer is a creature of comfort. So what you're being asked to let go of, to release, it's like, yeah, but I kind of want to wait around to see what would happen next, you know, because I've known this person for 20 years, you know, old relationships that you know are no longer working for you. In order for you to make room for these new ideas, these new places you want to go, visit, maybe changing up your work routine, your workout routine, you are being asked, you know, what are the things that could be moved out of the way in order to have this ultimate fulfillment. And some of you may be giving up other women in order to spend time with your child, or you may be pushing your child to the side. I know that sounds awful. In order to really take advantage of all the other opportunities that are around you, that are coming to you. So that's something for the books. There's decisions that need to be made about an emotional, fulfilling situation. And I'm definitely picking up children again. You're being asked to go inside and really reflect on where you see yourself. I'm going to say 6 months to 6 years from now. Especially, what is 6? 6 is Gemini and Cancer. But it still breaks down to routine, everyday life, you know, things. It's like an energy of sameness, but you're being asked to evolve from that into the 9 energy. Okay, let's just do some extra clarity cards on this. A lot of cards. You guys could be dealing with a Taurus. And it says you guys are being affected by this Uranus energy as well. What would that? Uranus would be, for you Gemini rising signs, Uranus would be taking place, excuse me, wow, in your 12th house of institutions. Ending court cycles, finishing up school, actually going to work for what you have a degree in. These are important things. It's like, if you want the cow, you have to know how to milk the cow. I mean, if you want the milk, you have to know how to milk the cow. There you go. So it's kind of like, what do I really want? Chiron, healing. And Taurus, I have, again, the Uranus energy that's going on in Taurus. There is conflict, but I'm getting like quiet conflict on how to proceed. You don't really have much of a choice, but it's like, do you go kicking and screaming, or do you put on your seatbelt and enjoy the ride? But this is a healing time for you. Some of you that may be smokers, situations may come up to where that's just not something you can do anymore. Drinking, that's just not something you can do anymore. Now you get sick. Needing to heal toxic day-to-day behaviors, regular behaviors. What is that? It's like a little moth flying around. That's kind of weird, actually. Toxic behaviors. With that being a moth, I know moths eat clothes and what's putting holes in your pockets? What's putting holes in your clothes? What are these things that you need to heal from? I'm getting like toxic spending habits. It's Okay. I'm getting like, okay, so you have a car payment, you have a house payment, but you really want to take that trip. And in the past, you probably would have just took the trip and figured it out when you came back. But now it's like, I want to be the responsible person, or this way that I've been living is no longer conducive with what I want for my future. So you are being asked to assess that, especially with it being in your day-to-day activities. It could be something as small as eating out every day, when really you could be cooking your own meals. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to Taurus, which is your seventh. Well, for you, Sagittarius, the full moon in Sagittarius would be affecting your seventh house of partnerships. And again, this is for Taurus. And you know, that makes me think about just Gemini again. With the full moon taking place in Sagittarius, of course, you're going to have this opposing energy with it being in your sixth house. So change things up, but be wise about what you're changing. And will it be beneficial for the long run? You may be saving, but you know you have things due at this time. You may have clever ideas on how to get your business up and running. But just think about the entire picture at this time. Okay? Again, some of you may have Chiron in Gemini, which for my generation, my Chiron is in Gemini. So yeah, that's just something to take into account. I think I got a little off track, you guys. I'm sorry. So yeah, let's go ahead and go. It's not